I wanted you to see this before I actually go on to the next step. If you can see all this stuff here, this is the stuff that came off the meat. This is the stuff I was telling you you do not want in your system. You don't want to eat. You just don't want to have, period. So I clean out my sink, and then I'll go do everything else. As you can see, this is going to be Sunday dinner. This is going to be the roast. I'm up very, very early to start. I always am, because I like to give my meat the best chance. You see the fat. Yes, yes, yes. Fat is bad, blah, blah, blah. No, fat is good when it comes to meat. You need some fat on the meat. Fat is the flavor. Fat is what's going to give this roast an amazing flavor. And as you can see, there's nice fine lines all the way through it. No, I'm not cutting the big piece off that's right here. I don't need to, because I'm not actually going to serve that part. I want it for the flavor. And you can see the bone. This is actually a chuck roast. One of my favorite roasts. So we're getting ready to, it's been pat dry. You can see there's no shine on it, no water on it. It's been cleaned. Now we're going to season it. Okay, my seasonings are very simple. It starts off with a little rub, a little black pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder. I know you like seasonings. That's just stuff you can find in a jar. Yes, it is stuff you can find in a jar. But like I said, this is my rub. This is my base. This is the start of the deliciousness. I season one side. Now I'm gonna flip it over and season the other side. Here's the other side. I flipped it over. I put the pepper on it. I just wanted you to see the fat that's right here in the middle. It's going to be beautiful. I will not serve that to anybody. I will cut around that, but it's going to be so incredible. You have to have certain things in your life. I know everybody's on a health kick, and believe it or not, I've had a health class. I've lost weight. I know exactly how to do it. You burn off more than you put in, and you don't put a lot of junk in your body. There are certain things that you just have to have. Like I said, you need some sugar in your life. You do. There's no way around that. And you need fat in your life, because your body will turn on itself, and you won't lose the weight that you think you're going to lose by not having certain things. Now, that's great to start off and to cleanse your body or whatever, but trust me on this one, you're going to need some things. Now, there's the black pepper. Now, onto the rest of the seasoning. Now, I'm not sure how you do it. I put the rub on. There's rub on everything. It looks like there's more on some areas than other areas, but that's no big deal, because trust me, in the long run, it's going to work out. Normally, I would actually have a hot pan of oil, and I would do a quick fry on all of it, just a quick fry for a nice hard crust, keep those flavors in. But today, I'm going to actually do something else. While I took my brief 2-hour nap in between my job and cooking, something came to me. Something completely different. As chefs know, you always come up with something. The majority of if I think of a dessert, it's usually during the day. I'm not sure why, but if it comes down to something savory and delicious like meat, like this meat, and I have a new idea, it will be in the middle of the night while I sleep. So I woke up with this on my mind. I keep a little pad right by the bed, and I wrote down what I'm about to do to this delicious meat. Right now, it's just the dry seasonings of the rub, if you will, and I'm going to wrap it, and I'm going to put it in the oven, and I'm going to let it start cooking at 350 for about 30 minutes. And then I'm going to, actually 45 minutes. Then I'm going to turn it down to 300, and you will see me open the foil. You'll see what it looks like. It won't be cooked. It won't be done. It will be probably kind of brown, but I'm going to take the foil off of it, and I'm going to add onions on top of it, probably onions and peppers, but right now I'm just thinking onions. And then I'll start making this sauce that came to me last night in a pot, and I'm going to pour the sauce over it and let it slow cook at 300 in this sauce that's going to supposedly taste amazing. At least it did in my mind while I was sleeping.